Hello ladies and gentle ladies, welcome back to another railroad development stream. Today we're actually going to be continuing with the project creation, even though I said we weren't going to do that today. Just because honestly, I want to get it done. More important, it's kind of more important at the moment than the parser. So I would like to get that done today. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of work to do with it, but I want to get it done, because if we can't create projects, then the whole thing is kind of useless. So that is why we're going to be doing that today. Now, things don't seem to be working great so far with the stream, though, because Botrix is not here. I don't know why. Let's try and figure out why. Also, okay, no, that's fine. Yes, let's figure out why Botrix is not here. Try this. If it comes online. Actually, I can also try this and see if this brings Botrix online as well. Oh, okay, my entire OBS is just breaking now. I think everything's fine. I just don't know why Botrix isn't here. Oh, it is here. Because they just sent... Because the chat message is here. Okay, whatever. It seems to be working somehow. Even though I haven't done anything. And, oh, Streamer.bots had a an update. It looks friggin' nice. God damn. Okay, anyways, this is not relevant to the stream, of course. So let's go ahead and switch. And my camera's not here. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Camera. Is it gonna turn on? Yay! Okay, we're making progress. I forgot to put my phone on silent. I'm gonna quickly do that. And I'm also going to unplug Alexa. Okay. So, yes, last time we were doing a lot of the version stuff, and I've kind of gone ahead and finished all of that between streams. So Parchment is done. Parchment really didn't take long at all. It was pretty much exactly the same as all the rest, so that was fine. Now we just need to integrate everything, which we'll see how that goes. It might work, it might not work, but we'll see. What is this? This is Resolve Fabric Minecraft versions, which gets the list of Minecraft versions. Okay, supported ID, so we list all versions. And for each version, I don't know where this has come from. This isn't correct. Let's just eat that. Determine default Minecraft version. We'll just get the latest stable version. That's fine. Else it should just be able to get the latest snapshot version. Would be fine. I think we will just return the latest snapshot version. That's fine. Get selected Minecraft version. Yeah, that's fine. That just gets that from the combo box. Get the latest fabric loader version ID. Yeah, that needs to be... I don't need these, I don't think. We need to fix this. And then we also need to fix mappings. Now, we deleted mapping channel and mapping version. So we're going to have to change fundamentally how those work. Latest fabric API version. Object equals version, which is a string. Yeah, that's correct. Latest fabric API version. Okay, that is probably a method we want then. Latest fabric loader version equals loader version dot version. Well, why can't I just do loader version and not have the ID? That would be much easier. Combo box dot get items dot stream dot filter version equals string. What is the string? Value of function. So that just converts the value to a string. Now, hello Wide and hello Tafer. Welcome to the stream. Okay, this is, I think, all fine. It's just mappings that are going to be a pain in the butt. Let's get rid of some imports that are not being used as well. Always helps. Good thing to do. Okay. So. Hello Armadillo Mike. Welcome to the stream. What happened to Basti? I swear he just disappeared. I think he is doing uni or something. I don't know. He told me something, but I don't remember what he told me. But yeah, he may have vanished from reality. I don't know. That is completely and utterly possible. Okay. Yeah, this is all fine. We just need to rewrite the mapping stuff. And then, yeah, this as well. So, the reason I removed mapping channel is because originally it was an enum. Now, I don't really want enums, like, ever, in Railroad. We don't really ever want any enums. Just because we're going to have plugins, of course, and if you have an enum, then plugin cannot extend the enum. So generally, we're not going to have enums. Now, there are specific cases where that's not the case. So, for example, display test here. There's only ever going to be these display tests, and if if there's ever more, then the plugin would use a different display test enum, or it would just I don't know, do something different. But that's fine. Now, license here really shouldn't be an enum. This should be like some kind of license registry, but I don't think we have a concept of registries. I don't think. We probably should at some point, but I don't think we... Oh no, we do. We do. This should probably be a registry. Let me just quickly add it. To do, rewrite this to be a registry. And it should also have a link in it somewhere as well. So, to do, add link to the license breakdown, and to do add license, not text. Well, yeah, I guess header text would be the best thing to do. That's obviously not relevant to this stream. We're not going to do that today, but that's just so that I can come back to that. But we don't have many other enums outside of that, I don't think. Yeah, we really don't. I mean, you can go through most things. There aren't many enums. No. Okay. There might be a few in Railroad Core, but that's slightly different, so we can excuse it. So yeah, as I say, mapping channel was originally an enum. Now, I don't want it to be an enum, just because in theory, you could have kind of any mapping channel you wanted. You could make your own mapping channel. It's theoretically possible to do. So it's theoretically feasible that someday a plugin might want to do that. But I think it's best to code this in a way where mapping channels aren't hard-coded, and they're not an enum. But I don't know how to do this. I guess I still want a mapping channel class. So let's come into here. Let's do new package. Let's do mappings. And then I'm just going to move some mappings into there. So MCP, for example, yarn, parchment, and merge map all need to move into mappings. And then we can just delete parchment. And yeah, fabric is kind of its own thing in here. Forge doesn't really need a folder. Same with like Neoforge. I'm gonna move. Okay, the Neoforge people are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna put Neoforge in the same folder as Forge. I expect for people to be angry with me about that, but it's fine. It's just the best place for them to go. Just like how I would probably put Quilt in the fabric folder, because they're relevant enough, or close enough, I guess. Just as an idea, can you make a codec generator? That would be entirely possible for records, right? You could make you could definitely generate a codec based on a record. That would be probably trivial, I imagine, because you just have the fields of the record. You have the names. You could do that. For a non-record, though, I think that would be nearly impossible. Don't know. But that might be a good idea. That actually could be something we could definitely add to Railroad. A way to generate codecs just by giving it like a Pojo. I guess any Pojo would be fine. It doesn't have to be a record. As long as it's a Pojo, it'll be easy to do like record codec builder dot is it map codec or something? Well, I guess you have map codec and then you have the other one, which is, what's the other one? Is it just create? It might just be create, which would create the normal code. I mean, that would be pretty easy to do. That's the kind of thing I want Railroad to have, right? Things like that. That is a very good idea. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I will add that to... I'm going to bring up everything, and I'm going to find the Railroad. Actually, you know what? I know what we can do. I can do this on stream. Find something that I can do on stream, which is to add it on the GitHub projects. So if we go projects, Railroad features, future plans, add item, and we'll say codec generator. And I think we can just create this as a draft. Now, unfortunately, you can't give drafts descriptions. Oh no, you can give it descriptions. I didn't think you could, but you can apparently. a way to be able to a context action on a Pojo record or not, that would allow you to automatically generate a corresponding codec or map codec. Should I also do stream codec, or maybe stream/packets codec? Sure, I think that's reasonable. Context action on a Pojo record or not that would allow you to automatically generate a corresponding codec or map codec, or maybe stream/packet codec. Using static analysis, we could inspect the classes fields, methods, and constructors to ensure all fields are accessible, either public or via a getter, and that the constructor allows for all fields to be initialized. That's basically the requirements. I guess the hard part about this is determining, like, what is the codec of the field, right? Because if you had like a record of ingredient and like multi-block data and like int my int, right? The hard part about this is determining what is the codec of an ingredient, what is the codec of a multi-block data, what is the codec of an int. We could kind of, to some extent, have some kind of lookup, right? So for example, int, we could directly go to codec.int. But then for like ingredient, we would have to we'd have to, like, I'm just gonna write some steps in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inspect the ingredient class. Find codec of ingredient. Right, so you'd find any codecs in that class. And then you'd have to possibly, I guess, provide the user with like a list of the codecs, and they can choose one, or they could add one, maybe. So yeah, that would probably be the best way to do. And like, if it was missing, it could say like no codec found for ingredient, and you could say it's located in some class, right? So you do something like this. So you find all the codecs, and then display to the user a list of the codecs they can choose to use. If the codec isn't in that list that they want to use, then the user can choose to supply a different codec. I think that's perfectly reasonable to do. And then, yeah, I think that's a reasonable, I don't think that would be too tricky to do, right? You're just looking for constants in the ingredient class, as long as requirement being, or requirements being, 1, they are accessible, and 2, they are a constant. So example, we'll put this as an example, and we will clean this up a little bit. So we'll do that, we will do that, and that, yeah, that's already done, yeah, okay. And then I will just quickly do these as well, so that this is like, do stream codec like that, and then we can do packet codec like that, codec like that, yeah. That's fine. Update comment. Okay. Good feature. Good suggestion. That is very helpful, and that is definitely something that will be considered. Okay, so mappings. Let's create a mapping channel. Mapping channel. And then let's create a mapping channel registry, I guess, which, does this need to extend registry or something of a mapping channel? I don't remember exactly how registries work. No, I don't think that's how they're meant to work. I think it's meant to have a registry in it. So I think it's meant to be like a registry of mapping channel. Registry is equal registry dots. I thought there was like a registry builder or like a registry manager. Aha, registry manager, which will be railroad : mapping _ channel, and then mapping channel class. What have you got left to do on the to-do list? So left on the to-do list is this. So basically just integration, ensuring everything is integrated. And that's basically all we're going to be doing in this stream, just ensuring everything is integrated. It's going to take a while, but it's got to be done, so it is what it is. MCP, so yeah, that'll just be fine. That'll be fine. Yarn, and then is there another one? Yes, there is. Parchment. Mapping channel. Arch. Okay, obviously these won't be a new mapping channel. This will be a new MCP mapping channel. By the type, of course. This will be a Moj mapping channel. This will be a yarn mapping channel, and then this will be a parchment mapping channel. And these classes will be necessary because we need to be able to say like what versions are present for a specific Minecraft version. So let's create these. Let's do a new package and say channels. Move these in here. Okay, and then let's create, let's go into mapping channel real quick. Do an interface. And let's have a, how do we want to do this? I think actually there should be an abstract class. And then maybe use a builder instead. What do you guys think? I think that's probably a better way. Because then we can have a private final string ID. A private final string translation key. And really just that right now, but you know, we may want more later on. And then we'll have a no, this doesn't need to be abstract in that case. If we're doing this, this doesn't need to be abstract, right? Because then we can have a private final. Do we want it abstract? We could have a mapping channel, and then we could have like a mapping channel impl. I don't like having impls though, so maybe that's not the best solution. Well, let's do the function first. So let's do a function of a Minecraft version to a list of mapping version, or really just a list of T, which well, we could have we can have like T extends mapping version, maybe. But that doesn't work if we have a string, does it? Okay, we could have a list of string, and then we could have a lookup. So we could have a version lister, sure. I'm not sure about that variable name, but we'll come back to that. And then we could have a lookup. So we could have a private final function of a string, which this can actually be a from string function, to a no. Do we want it the other way around? No, we don't even want this, do we? We don't care about that, actually, because that can be handled in the actual implementation itself. It doesn't need to be handled in here. Is there anything else that does need to be in here, though? I guess that's the question. Is there anything else we want in here? What does this one add? We don't need that. It can be a record. Yeah, it can be a record. Do I want it to be a record? Well, I guess it depends. Do I want this to be extensible? Or extendable, I should say. I think the answer is no. I don't see why that would be necessary. Make it extendable? Why though? It doesn't need to be. Why not? Because then it can just be a record. It saves me having to do toString and equals and hash code. I can actually also do an all args constructor. Saves me having this. Although that makes the constructor public, but that's fine. I don't know, I guess that's fine. Sure, fine, it can be extended. So then we can have a public static class builder. Now, I would like the ID to actually be passed into build, so I'm going to do string ID. And then I'm not going to have this. Well, I actually am going to have that. But what I'm going to do... First of all, I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a build method that doesn't take in an ID. So this can actually then just return build. And then we can have public mapping channel build. This I would prefer to be blank and blank. That way we just check for things that aren't necessarily spaces. Yeah, that's going to complain to me the entire time. But we can do a public static builder as well. Helps a little bit. That's fine. I think that's fine. So then what I can do in here is I can do mapping channel dot builder dot. Let's actually have a method in here that says public boolean supports Minecraft version. Would be a better thing to do. And then after the dot builder, I can do the if I take, I can't make register take in something else, can I? But what I could do is I could do a public static t extends mapping channel t register, and then this takes in a mapping channel dot builder, and then it does channel dot build ID. That's going to complain because t does not exist. I guess in that case there's no point this being t. We can just do mapping channel, and then that means that I can just do register like that. I can do the translation key. I'd like the translation key to be done by default though. What I could do here is if this.translation key is equal null or it's blank, then we can do railroad dot mapping underscore channel dot ID as the translation key. I think that's perfectly reasonable to do. Same here. And just do that. Which I guess means we don't need to do it here. Have you had a pleasant day? I have had a uneventful day. I realize that's going to be the case every single time you ask that wide. I think you need to understand that. But my days are always very uneventful. What have I done today? I don't know. I don't know what I've done today. Why, bro? I just haven't done anything today. Like, at all. Like, all I've done, what have I done today? Genuinely, what have I done today? Go whack a time. Let's see what I've done today. I have actually done 2 hours on Railroad today. I think that's mostly just integrating all of or just writing all of the different services. Honestly, that's it. That's all I've done today. List all versions. Doesn't this take in a Minecraft version? I do list versions 4. There we go. Look how simple that is. I mean, really, I could just pass in a version service here. So I could make this take in a version service. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a version service of string. Wait, does it need a? Yeah, it does. I think that does. It does actually need to be a string. And I can just do version service list versions 4. It needs to be a string. Yes, it does. And then what I can do is I can just do MCP, and that will just take in the instance. Look how simple that is. That's nice and simple. And then we can do merge map. Compared to 1.14.4. Minecraft version dot. Let's go into Minecraft version. Where's Minecraft version? Minecraft version. And do I have that in here? 1.14. No. I have that in merge map version service. Correct? Yes. So I was gonna make it a constant, but I guess I can't make it a constant because yeah, I can't make it a constant because that requires that the Minecraft versions have been populated, which they will not have been populated. Because that doesn't happen until request Minecraft versions is called. Bugger. Damn it. God friggin' damn it. Okay. I was hoping I could make it a constant and just say... Yeah, I can't. So what I will just do is Minecraft version dot equals, or we can do dot map, or yeah, map, I think. Minecraft version equals, or else false. Can't be applied to boolean and int, which returns an empty list, and then this returns a singleton list. Why is this complaining? Register string mapping channel. Yeah, because it doesn't need the dot build, because that's done there. Okay, that's fine, I think. That's fine. Then let's do yarn. So that would just be that. And then it'll be parchment. So merge map's the only one that's any different, and that's just because we can easily hard code this. That's not a problem. Now these obviously have a bunch of problems because these need to be updated to use them. This will just be a combo box of a string. It doesn't need to be anything special. And now we just got to fix everywhere where that's used. So first of all, latest fabric loader version is a method we want to create. So that's a fabric loader version, which will return fabric loader. This can be static, I think. Return get latest version. That takes in a Minecraft version. If I just call .latest. Wait, what is this for? Is this for the Minecraft version or? Well, aren't fabric loader? Oh no, I guess that they're not independent, are they? So I guess we can just do .latest. How does that work? Cache. How does this determine what's the latest? Versions for Minecraft version. Fabric loader version. Loader version. Interesting. Hello, Lego I cannot speak. Hello, Lego Aguilos. Welcome to the stream. This is fine. I think this needs to be a string though. String. Thank you. Okay. That's fine. We just need to do the same for Fabric API though. So if I do create method, string, and then this will be, no, this does need to be for Minecraft version, doesn't it? So we need to do get latest version, get selected Minecraft version, and then just do the exact same thing in here. So get the selected Minecraft version. Then return get latest version for the Minecraft version, which returns. Yeah, this is not correct. Why has it done that? That's not. Hello? Okay. API version service. Get latest version. Nope. Get latest. Latest 4. Close enough. What does this return? An optional of a string. Okay. So we could say, I guess just or else null. And then do basically the exact same thing there. That's fine. Here we can just do mapping channel registry dot registry dot values. Yeah, that's already a list, so that's fine. The default value will just be public static. Let's move this down here. List of mapping channel. Alt enter. Find valid mapping channels for Minecraft version. So then we just do registry dot values dot stream dot filter channel dot supports Minecraft version. Yeah, and then do toList. Find valid mapping channels. So then we can do mapping channel registry. Find mapping channels. Stream.first.or else mapping channel registry dot yarn. Actually, no, let's just use yarn. Let's just use yarn. This also isn't correct. This needs to be mapping channel registry dot find mapping channels. Get selected Minecraft version. Hello Soyabim, welcome to the stream. This needs to be translation key. I assume combo boxes are translated, maybe? I'm not sure, we'll see. What does this need to be? Registry.get, and I think that's fine. Translate, that will be set to true, and this can be a method reference. Yep, it can indeed. Okay, mapping version. So once again, this is a string. We're not going to have recommendable stuff here though, or are we? No, we're not. This will just be a normal list cell. I guess, yeah. Oh, we'll come back to this one in a second as well. Actually, no, we won't, because it's just that. Equals. Yeah, that one's fine, because, then that hoodie looks good. Damn, I'm glad you guys like the hoodie. I do like this hoodie too, actually. It is one of my favorites that I have. It is quite nice. I'm a big fan. Okay, 1 second. Let me just check something. Check something is okay. Okay, I will be right back, chat. I just need to do something real quick. But I will return very shortly. Okay, I am back. Now let's finish this off, shall we? This doesn't need to be a starable list cell. This can just be a... it kind of does, though. Does it? The only reason it kind of does is because of the string converter. But I could make a string list cell or something. So where is this project UI widget? So let's go project UI. Oh, it's in welcome project UI. Interesting. Not where I thought it was. I guess it kind of is there, isn't it? Bit of a weird place to have it, but kind of, yeah. Let's create a string list cell. Extends list cell of string. And then update item. Actually, I guess that doesn't make sense, does it? But what we could do is we could have it be translatable. So we could have L18n dot localize item, like that, and then we can just use this. So get rid of that, and then we can just use a new string list cell, like that. String list cell cannot be converted to list cell of mapping version. It doesn't need to be. Why does it need to be? Oh, that's why. It's just a string. That's fine. And then button cell, this can also be a string list cell. Like that. And then the key function will just be, I guess, that. I mean, that kind of just doesn't even need to exist, right? Because isn't that default? Key function. It is just object.toString. So, but what does toIdentityString do? No, it doesn't need to exist. And does this need to translate? It actually doesn't need to be translatable now that I think about it. So in that case, let's just do a new list cell of string. There we go. So even though we just created that class, we're actually not going to use it. This I will then rename to a translatable list cell. And eventually I'll move that to core. Move to core and support args? Question mark. Okay, are we done? We have a little issue down here. Resolve Fabric Minecraft versions. Where's that used? Supported versions. Resolve Fabric Minecraft version. Okay. Well, what we can do is... This doesn't exist, but what we can do is we can return... No, we want Fabric API version service. And then we can list... I guess list all versions, but then we don't know what Minecraft version it is. Interesting. What's the best way to do this? See, this is once again one of those things where I would love this to not be hard-coded, and I'd love plugins to be able to adjust this list of Minecraft versions. I don't know how you would do that though. The best way to do this, honestly, is to probably do something like... It's kind of a jank solution, but I could do mapping channel registry dot yarn dot oh no, I can't. Fuck, I can't do that. I thought I could list them, but I can't. Can Fabric Loader version service do anything relevant to me? Find version, list all versions. Can I stream and get the Minecraft version? I can get the loader version. But I can't get anything from that, right? Loader version. Nope. Huh. Okay, what we could do... Ah, bugger. How did I do this before? I think the best way is going to be to do this. And then... list all versions. And then I'm going to have to stream it. And then I'm going to have to map it. So I'm going to have to say... the... IDE. And I'm going to have to say... Fabric API version service dot to Minecraft version IDE. Now, can I flat map or no? No. I still don't honestly understand how flat map works, is what I'm realizing. Okay, and then I filter if it's present. I map it to get the optional. I get the distinct ones. And then this wants me to sort them in reverse order. But it's not letting me do that. Because I'm guessing Minecraft version isn't comparable. But it should be. In fact, I even have a compare method in here, don't I? I thought I did. No? Huh. Well, this can implement comparable of Minecraft version. There's no reason why this shouldn't be comparable. And then just do that. Sure, that's perfectly reasonable. And then reverse order. Would that get it? I think that's correct. I think reverse order's correct. And then what's the other arrow though? Guessing that's, yeah, in here. So that's mapping channel, and then this is just a string for the mapping version. Boom! Let me look at the creation pane, and then we'll know if we're actually done or not. Not quite. Albeit almost. This needs to be mapping channel dot ID. I think. Yeah, I think so. Where's this used? Args. We're gonna have to come back to templates anyways, actually, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. If mapping channel is equal mapping channel registry dot yarn, or mapping channel is equal to mapping channel registry dot parchment. Okay. And then I think the rest is fine. Obviously, we're going to rewrite this soon. This entire class is going to be yeeted, but whilst I'm at it, actually, I'm going to create a quick folder in here for creation. And I'm just going to move the creation panes into a different folder, aka into that. There you go. Project validators technically is fine in here. Yeah, it's fine in there. Okay. That's We can just yeet this. That's not used anymore. Let's build the project and see where we're at. So I think next we have Forge to do, and then Neoforge. Yeah, we have Neoforge to do as well. But we still have a bunch of stuff to do on the fabric one. We're not done with the fabric one. But we'll get the errors out of the way first, and then we'll move on with everything else. So let's let this load up. So this needs to, that's correct. Mapping channel, this needs to be a string. This needs to be a string. Boom, that's done. Okay, then we have Neoforge project data. So let's come into here. Get rid of those. String. String. Boom. That's those two done. Next we have Forge project creation pane. So that's going to be mapping channel.id, and then this is going to be mapping version. Like that. It's complaining. No, it's not. Never mind. This is just Forge version. This is going to be mapping channel.id. Mapping channel is equal official. Yeah, there I've done it as official. I don't know that it really matters. But sure, we'll do registry dots merge map. And then we'll do mapping version. Then we'll do registry.yarn. And then we'll do registry.parchment. Okay. Isn't the mapping version... I don't think this is necessary. No, maybe it is necessary, actually. I don't remember. But that might be incorrect. But I'm not too worried about it, as I said, because we'll come back to those. Let's just do a build again so we can see updated error list. Okay. What's the easiest one to do? Probably this one, yeah. Okay, let's get this done and dusted then. So this will just be the ID. This will just be nothing. And then this will be the ID. This will be registry.mojmap. This will be registry.yarn. The ID will go bye-bye. Registry. I think that's it for that. Yeah. Okay. Next is the big boy, which is the Forge project details pane. So basically going to be doing all the same rewrites we did to the fabric one. So this just needs to become a string. Now, the only problem with that, this is going to provide us a problem. So the problem with it being a string is that we don't know if it's a recommended version or not. But they've kind of yeeted that conceptually. Like there's just not really a thing anymore. So I mean, it is for Forge, but like for Neoforge and Fabric, that's not a thing. I'm not going to care about it, to be honest. Good lord. Okay, that needs to go. We're going to get rid of all the listeners and stuff. We'll come back to all the listeners and stuff. What the hell is going on here? Holy guacamole. Hello, Amin. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be Forge version service.instance, and we're going to do list versions 4. And then this is going to be Forge version service dot instance, and we're going to get the latest for, and we're going to do or else no, I guess. Wasn't complaining about. So that's fine. That just means that we need to do that. This is just not relevant anymore. This is just also not relevant anymore. Do we have Forge version service? Do we have a method in here to check if it's a recommended version or not? No. Oh, we can actually get the recommended for though. So I reckon what we should do is we should have a public boolean is recommend public. Let's do a a public boolean is recommended, which requires that it converts it to a Minecraft version. False promotions expected is equal build. That might work. Is recommended version. It might work. I'm not completely convinced, but we'll see. What's the second one? Is latest. So this one's gonna be a pain in the butt, I think. No, actually, this should be fairly easy. Forge version service dot instance dot latest for get selected. Is that not a thing I have? That should be a thing. Or else null is not correct. Well, actually, or else null is fine because we're using object.equals, so that's fine. This just needs to be. Can I do function.identity here? Yes, I can. Apparently, not convinced though. Let's create this method real quick so we can get rid of that error. Private. Yes. What does this do? Version is not equal null, return version. Items, if items is empty, I see. Yeah, they are. That's fine. So where are we? We are here. That's chill. Can you make a video on how to update to 1.21.3 and then 1.21.4 and so on to reach 1.22 when it comes out? No. That is not the plan. Well, maybe. Maybe when it comes out, I will consider it. But until then, no. It is not going to happen. This... Can you stop complaining, please? Thank you. And the reason it's not going to happen is because people don't want it. I did a poll, and people didn't want it, so I'm not doing it. Pretty simple. Also, like, I'm still doing tutorials for 1.21.1, so it would be kind of silly to make an update video because then the new tutorials would be outdated. So, or the update video would become outdated even. Also, I'd probably just do it as one video. It'll probably just be... I mean, I'll probably do it when 1.22 releases. I'll make a video on how to update from 1.21.1 to 1.22. But that's not going to be anytime soon, so... where the hell is mapping Am I crazy? Oops, don't do that. Find you. Where are you? No, not that. Ah, found it. Looking for this. And I'm just going to copy this across because they're the same. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The only thing different is that I will do Moj map as the default. Well, that's kind of not really good. I should see. Let's get the Minecraft version. So get selected Minecraft version .var. Minecraft version, and then I should say if Minecraft version You know, I wish if something was comparable, then you could literally just do less than other thing. Right? That would be sick. If I could do Minecraft version, like something like this, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that, in my opinion. If it implements comparable. But you can't, so very sad. If it's null, it won't be null. Well, it could be null. Sure, fine. If it's null, return null, whatever. No, that's really bad. Don't do that. Do mapping channel registry dots Moj map. Moj map is the most reliable, I would say. And then yeah, I don't know. I don't want that. Like, I kind of want that, but I want to say, like, if Minecraft version is less than 1.14.4, then return mapping channel registry dot MCP, right? Else return Moj map. But I can't really do that. I guess I could say if Minecraft version dot compare to Minecraft version dot from IDE 1.14.4 dot, I guess, or else null. I guess. I mean, that's not really gonna work because that requires a not null value. It should really throw if it can't even find 1.14.4. Okay, so if compare to is less than 0, I think. Less than 0 would mean it's newer than 1.14, right? I think. Yeah. I think so. Let's turn that into a, Can I turn that into a, oh my god, what do you call it? Ternary statement. Can I do that? Why can I not do that? Ah, there we go. Boom, boom. Kind of not easier to read, but it's fine. Okay, what's this complaining about? We'll come back to that in a second. This is just a string. Boom, 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 boom. Why are you complaining? Because it's not an enum. Yes, I know it's not an enum. It's not meant to be an enum. Is that an issue in the fabric one? No. Why was it? Okay, whatever. That's fine, right? That's all done? Yes. We are going to have to write all the transformers soon. But that's going to be a pain in the butt. It really is, but it's fine. Okay, this is just a string. What's you? You're correct. Can we fix imports, please? Thank you. Hello? Get out of here. Mapping channel. String. Okay. Minecraft version not get supported versions. No. Let's not, please. Let's just do... Wait, what the hell did I do in here? Resolve Fabric Minecraft versions. Ah. What did I do in here? Do I have Resolve Forge Minecraft versions? Yes. What the hell is this, though? List of Minecraft versions is all the Minecraft versions. All versions is empty, then it just returns to the latest stable. It gets a set of supported IDs. It lists all Forge versions. For each Forge version, it extracts the Minecraft version, adds it to the supported IDs. Supported IDs is empty, then it just returns the Minecraft releases. Else it goes through all the versions. If supported IDs contains the version, supported add what? Oh, contains the Minecraft version ID, yes. I see. Is that really any better than... I don't know if that's any better than doing this, though. So what is this doing? It's listing all of the Fabric API versions. It's turning them into a Minecraft version. Filtering it, mapping it, getting the distinct ones. I think that's more efficient. Like, I think that's significantly more. I don't think it's even comparable. I think that's... Like, rather than requesting all Forge versions and all Minecraft versions, I just request all Forge versions, right? So all I'm doing is Forge version service, Forge version service to Minecraft version, which I guess is not public. It needs to be, but that's fine. What does this do, by the way? Takes out the dashes. Not great, but that'll work, I think. That's it, right? And then basically this will be the exact same thing for NeoForge. So what we can have is we can have request NeoForge Minecraft versions, and then where's this used? So that's fine. And then determine default Minecraft version should be correct. So we'll do that in a second. Actually, let's add this method in first. Boom. This just needs to be NeoForge version service. This needs to be NeoForge. This needs to be NeoForge, which apparently doesn't have a 2 Minecraft version. Why the flippity fuck not? Why not? Huh. And I guess it doesn't need one, but we're gonna have it anyways. So we're gonna have a public static. You know, I'm just gonna copy this and modify it because it will kind of be close enough. So, do Minecraft version, Neoforge version. If Neoforge version is equal null, return that. Copilot can hopefully do the rest. Plus, from ID, plus is greater than or equal to 0. Then we do 1 dot. Or it's not really gonna. I'm not sure that'll work for snapshot versions. To do confirm. Actually, we can do that ourselves. If Neoforge version dot contains 20, then just return 2025 W14 craft mine, like that. Which should just handle that case. And then I'm guessing by default, am I correct in saying yeah, so it has the beta. But is that with a dash or a plus? Because in here I have it as a plus. I'm not convinced it is a plus, is it? Let's have a quick look up of this. Yeah, it's not a plus. Thank you, Copilot, for trying to fuck me over. But it's not a plus, it's a minus. Wait, is Forge even a plus? Now that I think about it? No, Forge is a dash anyways. Minus is less than or equal to 0. What does this do? Return optional.empty. Optional.empty. So then it's just 1 dot Neoforge version. That's fine. That's fine. That kind of fixes most of the problems. So if we now go into here, no, not here, into here, that's fine. This needs to be used, of course, so let's find where this one's used, and then let's yoink this, and go, I think it's up here somewhere. Steal those, and then in here, Neoforge. Determine default Minecraft version. Let's have a look at this method. So this gets the latest stable. If the latest stable is not equal to null, then it returns the latest stable. No. Like, fundamentally, no. This is just not correct. This needs to resolve them. Filter Minecraft version is release. Yeah, and then finds the first. But, Come in default Minecraft, what does that take in? Supported version. So, what this should really do is this should sort them. I guess in reverse order, apparently. Can be replaced with min. Not min. Comparative method can be simplified if min call is replaced with max. Yes, that's correct. Or else, if version is empty null. Yeah. That's fine. So then I can just do the exact same thing in here, right? If I yoink this. In fact, this can just be We can just take this and we can just put it in Minecraft version. Right? That would be such a better thing to do. Determine default Minecraft version based on a list of versions. And then this doesn't need to exist. That can go bye-bye. And then all I need to do is do Minecraft version dot determine best fit. So filter is release. See, that's kind of not the best though. A release doesn't mean it's the best. But there will always be a release, I guess. So I guess that's fine actually. And then that means in here I can just do that. So that's nice and simple. And then I'm guessing these are all going to be fine. But I will just put them in place anyways, just in case. A Neoforge version just becomes string. Actually, I'm just going to yoink that. Yoink. Okay, Neoforge version service. Neoforge version service. Cannot be converted to Neoforge version because this needs to be a string. You're not getting away that easily, mister. There needs to be Neoforge version combo box. It doesn't like that. I'm guessing it's probably like that, isn't it? Yeah. This, it doesn't like that because we don't have that. We'll come back to that in a second. Neoforge version service. We can check if it's not a pre-release. Right? Can we? Isn't that a thing that I have? Yes, except it's just not public. But we can do version, and then we can do Neoforge version service dot instance dot is hello is pre-release. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, it just wasn't showing up, I guess, for some reason. Oh, because it's static. I see. I see. That makes sense. Object equals latest 4, get selected mine. Okay, we need that method. Can I yoink? Yoink. Oops, don't do that. Okay. Thank you. And let's go back up here. And that fixed these kind of, except that needs to be Neoforge. Neoforge, Neoforge. This needs to be that one. Okay. The rest is all fine. This, I'm gonna do that as well. That would be Neoforge version. And let's just make sure I change that down here before I completely and utterly forget, because otherwise I will forget. String, string, this will be string, string, and this is not an enum. I don't know why I ever had that as an enum. Well, I guess it was an enum previously, but it's not, so. And then mapping stuff, I think I can just copy paste. Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. No, no, no. There it is. So the default will be parchment for Neoforge. That's fine. I think that's probably all it needs. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm just going to rename this. What's that going to break? New Forge project data. I think it's fine. I don't know why it's complaining. Yap. And that's fine as well. Yeah. Okay. So, I believe I think that's everything. I think in theory we should be able to build. Get rid of this. Delete. And delete. Okay. And delete. Let's see. Well, we're not done if it builds, to be completely clear. So if we do fabric API version service dot instance dot, I mean, we could do list all versions. Just because that will put it all in cache. Which is probably a good thing to do. Yeah, I think we'll do that, but we're not going to use list all versions just because that does some extra stuff that I don't want it to do. So I'm going to create a public static void request fabric API or request all versions, and then that just calls instance dot versions, which seems a little bit silly. I think actually I'm going to do yeah, because that puts it in the cache. I was going to call fetch all versions, but that wouldn't put it in the cache, so I actually couldn't do that. I mean, that should be fine. If I then do fetch. No, what did I literally just call that method? Request all versions. There we go. And then if I do the same for Forge, or I guess we need to do it for everything, right? So fabric loader version service. Request all versions. Then we'll do yarn version service. We actually could just do a force refresh, couldn't we? Now that I think about it. Didn't even think about that. But yes, that would work too. So if I just do instance dot force refresh, true. Because that just does this and then it calls that. Yeah, that's fine, actually. So that means I don't need this. Yeah, okay. That will work. We're going to have to make that all async as well at some point, but we're a little bit away from that right now. Okay, then let's do the next one, which is going to be Forge. So Forge version service. Then we're going to do NeoForge version service. Then we're going to do, let's actually move yarn down here. We'll do Mojmap version service. We'll do Parchment version service. And finally, we'll do MCP version service as well. Let's just move these down here so they're a little bit separated from everything else. As I said in the last stream, this entire main class needs rewriting. But that's just not something to do for right now. Things are all over the place. I don't think things are even kind of in the right order. So it will be done at some point, just not right now. If we go ahead and now try and build it, hopefully it will work. Okay, it did. So that's the easy part done. Now for the hard part. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to come into, we'll start with fabric. So we need to find, first of all, the Minecraft version, which is right here. Okay, so when the Minecraft version is changed, we need to do some things. What we need to do is we need to update the Fabric Loader version. We need to update the Fabric API version. We need to update the mappings channels down here. And we also need to update the mapping version. And then we have to do the same for each of those going down one as well. So when we change like the mapping channel, we have to change the mapping versions. Actually, we don't have to do it for any of the others. So it is just those two, actually. So that's not that bad. So we can luckily do an add transformer, since I'm somewhat smart and I made it so I can easily transform things, which is, it took me a long time to do, but it does work. So it's just a little bit complicated. So we have a from component, a to component, and then a value mapper. Okay. So the from component is this, I think. So I think the from component is the Minecraft version combo box, I think. And then the Fabric Loader version combo box. Let's see if this compiles or not. So combo box will get the Fabric Loader version combo box. If it's null, it returns null. That should never happen, but it's like a just in case, right? So then Fabric Loader version will get the latest for that. Yeah, kind of, but we also need to set the values of the combo box, which is kind of more important. So we need to do, let's get all the values. So let's do Fabric Loader version service dot instance dot list versions 4, and we'll pass in version. So this will get us the new versions. Okay, and then what we can do is we can just do combo box. We can get items and set them all to be that. And then this will get the latest version, and it will select the latest version. Now, we should really have a way to say, if this is empty, I don't know. If it's empty, it should just scream and die. Like, clear selection, return null. Meh. Yeah, kind of. It just like, I mean, this should never happen. This should never happen because of the way that we retrieve them. I think the best thing to do would be to say railroad logger.error and just report that an error has occurred. That's the best thing we can do. Later on, that will obviously come up with a pop-up, but for now, I think that's fine. Once again, like here, if this occurs, it's best to just log it. I guess what we could do here, if this has happened, then we could just set it to be the first one in this list. So instead of returning null, we can just say latest 4 is equal new versions dot first. I think that's the best thing to do. What does this do? Just lists them, streams them, finds the third. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Wait, what? One second. Where was that? Why am I doing this? Why am I not just... Oh, because it's an optional. I see. I was going to say, why am I not just using get first? But it's because it returns an optional. So that doesn't make sense to do that. Okay, that's fine. I was a little bit concerned for a second. I think this is fine. I mean, nothing depends on the loader version, so I don't have to worry about that. Nothing depends on the API version, so I don't have to worry about that. Well, at least not right now. Maybe in the future, certain things would depend on the loader version, but right now they don't, so that's fine. Mapping channel. The only thing that depends on this is the mapping version. So we can once again add a transformer. We can go mapping channel combo box, and we can do the mapping version combo box. And hopefully Copilot just kind of knows what to do here. So we can list the versions for... One thing I will do, actually, is I'm going to take this here. So if the combo box is null, I think we should really report an error as well. Because, like, in that case, what the fuck is happening, right? Another thing that is worth doing is checking if the Minecraft version is null. That's a serious issue if that's happened. But we will just once again log an error. But that's fine. And then in the... Okay, yeah, we're going to have to come back to some of these transformers as well at some point, but right now that's fine. Looking for mappings. Here we go. So... first things first, let's check if the channel is null. So if channel is null, then we just log the channel is null. Then we get the combo box, which is the mapping versions. We need to get the new version, so we'll do channel.list versions 4, which will take in the Minecraft version. We set them all. If it's empty, we log an error. Then we get the latest. So I don't know what the latest is. I guess we just get the first. I guess that's the best thing to do. So just do new versions dot. Well, that wants to get the last. I mean, that can never be null as well, so that's fine. Should it get the last or should it get the first? It should probably get the last because it goes in order of oldest at the top to newest at the bottom, or at least it does for parchment. I'm not sure about the other ones. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I think that's it, actually. I think that's all it has to do. And I'm hoping we can just copy this. So if I just copy this. Oh wait, 1 second. No. No, we're not done. So we've done it for the fabric loader. Then we need to do it for the fabric API as well. So, yep, and then we need to do it for mapping channels, and then we need to do it for mapping versions as well. Okay, we need to add a bunch more transformers. So let's add transformer. Let's do the Minecraft version. And we're going to transform the fabric API combo box. And it's going to be effectively the same. I'm hoping that Copilot can do it. So if version is equal null, if combo box is null, new versions gets those. New versions is empty. Kind of, but we can actually just get the latest version, right? So latest 4 should actually just be equal to the latest 4. If latest 4 is equal null, then set it to the last one. That's fine, actually. Well done, Copilot. I'm very proud of you. Let's add another transformer. Minecraft version combo box. We can do the mapping channel combo box. And then, yeah, this should be trivial. Find valid mapping channels. Set. If it's empty, do that. Else we just are going to default to yarn. That's fine. No problem there. I don't know if we then need to transform the mapping versions or not. Do check if we need to also transform the mapping version or whether the mapping channel transformer does it for us. Okay. Fantastic. I think we're done with fabric. Should we test it and then we'll move on to forge? I think that's probably a good idea. Let's do that. Because if it doesn't work, I'm going to cry. I say that, it's not going to work. Oh, yep. This is a great start, isn't it? Whoa. I forgot my my windows slide around. It's a fun thing I installed. It means they slide. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. What the hell has happened here? So parchment something? Go to fetch as parchment Maven metadata. URI.create Maven metadata URL. Oh. Yes, because it needs to... Ah, bugger. I forgot, it needs to take in the Minecraft version. So... the best way to do this... Well... Oh god, I don't want to do the way that I feel like I'm going to have to do. I really don't. So the way I'm thinking is that I just have to loop over every single Minecraft version and see if it has a parchment version. But I feel like there has to be a better way. How did I do this in Turtle API? Let me have a look. because I don't want to have to do that. And I don't think the Parchment people would be very happy with me if I did that either. So let's have a look, because I got to remember that this kind of thing isn't running once. It's running for every single person that will be using Railroad. And it's going to run on startup and possibly many other times as well. So we go Minecraft and go Parchment. So Parchment Maven metadata. I think what it might do is it might only put them in the map when you request it, but let's have a look. Get all Parchment versions. It gets all the Minecraft versions. It does. It actually goes ahead and loops over every single Minecraft version. Internal get Parchment version. And it checks if there is an associated Parchment version. Oh, also I convert the XML to a string here. That's kind of hot. I can't believe I did that. W me, man. What did I use for that? XML? Org.json. Oh, I had to use org.json though. I didn't really like org. Oh no. No, didn't I convert it? Oh, I converted it to a string. I see. That's so smart. Man, sometimes I have a brain cell in me. Other times, I'm not convinced. But that's actually... That saves me doing all the stupid XML friggin' stuff. Even though it's significantly slower. So I'm actually, like, significantly slowing down how long it takes to get all the Parchment versions. But it's fine. So it only runs on startup anyways, so... Okay, that's interesting. But I don't really want to do that. Let's go here real quick. There must be some way to get it. Maybe we can ask Big Man ChatGPT if it knows. Oh, of course, it's friggin' unresponsive. Jesus Christ. All it's doing is loading this shitty ass page that has no CSS at all. And it friggin' becomes unresponsive. Like, you kidding me? Crazy. So there's no Maven metadata. Is that correct? Let me bring this over here so I can bring up ChatGPT because I don't think this exists. Yeah. Maven metadata not found. Right, you know what time it is, chat? They are located at this. However, if I try to access maven-metadata.xml, it says this. Get rid of. Go to you. Hey, why can I not select? Okay, there we go. Yes. Do you know of any other way? The only thing... I'll tell it what my current solution is, though I don't know if you're really meant to do that, because sometimes it will just try to run with what I told it, but we'll try. Is to make requests using every Minecraft version that exists, but that would take forever and would be like thousands of requests if my application has many users. Let's see. Let's see if it comes up with something. Okay. Sources like Maven repository, list menu, data. They do? They do. Ah. Maybe I can use that then. What makes listing all hard? Absence of yeah. The web UI requires JS for Yeah, so crawling it is like yikes. That's not a thing. No, it is a thing, but it's not like this isn't helpful. Take the directory listings. The path is browsable if JS is enabled. You might have to programmatically crawl through it. No, I really don't want to have to do that. Use Maven repository or other artifact aggregators. They often index release artifacts. Compare to list versions from Maven repository or libraries.io or search.maven.org. Use the Parchment GitHub repo tag. That's a good point. Let's try that. Let me bring this over and I'll try and find it. Parchment MC GitHub. Here we go. Parchment MC. So, repository for the Parchment mappings data. I assume this is what I'm looking for. But they don't have any releases, though. They have nightly, which you can't even click on because GitHub moment. That's blinding. Thank you. Release, but why can you not? Okay. What the hell is this, bro? Why do you need your own JSON parser? Why though? Why? I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Data object and parsing library used by Is this what I'm looking for? Feather? Library for common data objects. No. That's like it's just, yeah, I see. It's just like a library for things. But how are... Is it done by, like, commits? Like, if I look at this... No. Maybe it's not on here, then. So where actually are the mappings? Repository for the build script? No. No. It can't be any of these. None of these have been updated in long enough. Yeah, that's not helpful then, is it? You lied to me, ChatGPT. You lied. Since Parchment also hosts a... No, it doesn't, though. It doesn't host that. It just redirects. Not helpful, ChatGPT. I mean, I can try. Like, if I try, Parchment MC... no, if I do org... Parchment MC data... Maven... dash metadata... I assume that's just going to redirect. But yeah, it does, which is not helpful. Okay, I think the other artifact aggregators is going to be the way to go. What is libraries.io? I'm not familiar. Interesting. Interesting. Is it on here? Parchment MC. Oops, I didn't mean the hashtag. That's probably going to break that search. Okay, based on the fact that it's taken fucking forever, this is not going to work. They have an API though. It must be faster if they have an API. I must have just broken something. Did I just break their entire website? I think I might have just broken their website by putting a hash in there. There's no way, right? You must be logged in to view this content. Okay, bro. Of course. But I just want to know if it friggin' exists on here. Why do I have to make an account just to know if it's actually on there or not? Like, are you kidding me? See, the problem with this, because it requires an API key, there are tags but not releases on... There are? Are you lying to me? I didn't see any. Parchment. Wait, how do you... Oh, tags. Ah. You, good sir, are onto something. Aha. Okay, interesting. So, the thing is, this doesn't... It's doable. It just presents a future problem. That's all. And if I want to future-proof, it's not a good idea. But if I don't care about future-proofing, then it's fine. Because the thing with GitHub is you can query up to 1,000 tags. Which sounds like a lot. And it is a lot. Because currently you can see there's only 77. It's just a matter of, like, if I want to future-proof, I should probably not use this. Because it would limit at 1,000. How much do I care about future-proofing that hard? I guess it depends how easy to use this is. How easy to use is this? No, you see, the problem with this is it requires an API key. And you wouldn't want to have to make everyone who uses the IDE input an API key for libraries.io, right? That's ridiculous. And I wouldn't want to just put an API key in the source code, because then anyone can just use it. And do God knows what. So... I think we're better off having a look at alternatives. So, for example, this, right? mavenrepository.com. We know that this has parchment on here. I guess the question is, does it have all of the versions? So, like, if we look at, maybe you can query by pulling down the GitHub repo. The tags are included in the Git repo. They are? Wait, they are? If I cloned the GitHub repository, could I see all of the tags that are present? Yes, cloning the data repo or any Git repo will give you access to the tags that exist in it. A tag list is a very good approximation of what has been published. Parchment releases are almost always tagged before. Here's what you do: cd parchment git fetch -- tags. So if you want a programmatic list of all published versions, okay. How reliable is this? Does it have any limitation? Okay, it's reliable, sure. I want to know what the limitations are. If they delete a tag, you'd miss it, but I mean that's fine. That's not a problem. Nightly and experimental builds. Tags only cover official releases. Nightly / bleeding edge versions, if they exist, won't be tagged. I mean, is that important? I get it. Doesn't really matter. No metadata. Tags only tell you empty version date. They don't include extra information. Yeah, but neither does the Maven, bro. Like, what? Like, no, it doesn't. This is bullshit. The Maven doesn't have this. It might have maybe SHA checksums. Maybe. So that actually might be a good idea. So if we clone the repo, that's just like so computationally expensive though. And it's like that means the user has to have the entirety of the repo down. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. What I think is probably the best way to do this is to host it myself. So like just have on the Railroad server, if I have a clone of the repo, and then basically all you would have to do in the IDE, like as the user, it would make a request to the Railroad servers that would then return back whatever information you needed. I think that's probably better. What I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to fix this error, and I'm going to fix that by making sure everything is try-catched. So like really just this is saying in here, try this, catch exception. Don't throw the exception, instead just do railroad .logger like that. And basically doing the exact same thing in all of the other ones as well. Because it shouldn't crash the program. The fact that Parchment failed to load shouldn't crash Railroad. That's obviously suboptimal. So if I can just go in here, Minecraft, Fabric, I just need to do this for all of them. A faster way to do this would be to come into here and find these. And then just coming into hit this one, and then do try catch on, what is it? Exception, and then do railroad dot logger. I think it's an error. I wouldn't say it's a warning, to be honest. Let's put it here. I'm hoping Copilot can kind of... Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So then we do, once again, try catch. Boom. Yeah, that shouldn't be force. It should just be refresh. Even though it is a force refresh, it should just say refresh. That's really... Try catch exception. Go to refresh forge versions. Let's close some. Try. No. So, we're not going to throw it, we're going to log it. Better refresh new forge versions. That should be like that, though. Okay. And then next one is going to be yarn. So we try catch exception. Railroad.logger. Go to refresh yarn versions, and then Moj map as well. That doesn't do anything, so we actually don't care about Moj map. Parchment, we've done parchment. Then MCP, yes, kind of does do stuff, so just catch on exception, and then do railroad.logger. Go to refresh those, and then finally I'm just going to do, I mean, this one shouldn't throw an exception because I guess it kind of will. This shouldn't happen. What this should do is this should do a railroad.logger error, paste it in. Okay, and we'll come back to parchment. I think I'm not too worried about it right now. Like, it's kind of an issue, but we can come back to it. Maybe next stream we'll get that sorted out. We'll create a small HTTP server that just responds to the request, downloads or clones the repo, extracts the metadata. Let's add a to-do for that, actually. So if we go into mappings, parchment. Okay, let's put a to-do. So let's say to-do. Come back to this, and no, let's just get that. We don't need to say that. Let's say put in an intermediary metadata server that will clone the GitHub repository, fetch the tags, and serve them as JSON. this will be better than doing it per client. Yeah, and it will allow for caching and stuff as well. You can clone a Git repo without downloading any content, just downloading the tags. You can? I will have to look at that then. That's actually very interesting to know. And also, I can use that for TurdyBot as well. To be honest, like all of these where I'm fetching from these different URLs, I might maybe put them all behind a HTTP server at some point. Just because it means I can get the information in the format I want. And basically, like, all of these can be probably shoved down into, like, one class. Rather than having all these different classes that are passing it different ways and, like, all that stuff. If that could all be handled on a HTTP server with caching, like, that would be ideal. That would be great. But for now, we're just not going to worry about that. We'll come back to it when necessary. Okay, so obviously we got a little bit of an exception in the logs because that's still got an error, of course. But we're here, so let's create a new project. And it errored again. Let's see what it said this time. Failed to fetch parchment Maven metadata. But that shouldn't be an issue. Here we go. Find valid mapping channels. Channel.supports. Bugger. Huh. The best thing to do in that case would be to try catch this. Well, it shouldn't ignore the exception. I mean, once again, this should just print the exception, right? So this should just do railroad logger.error, and that will just get the exception out of there. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that's fine, don't care. Okay, let's do new project. Probably because it's... Oh no, it is defaulting to Fabric. Okay. Okay, interesting. So... Minecraft version seems to be correct. It goes down to 1.14. Now... It's only got 1.17 on here. It's not got like 1.17 dot something. Which is interesting. Why is that the case? It's got 1.19s. 1.18.2. Not 1.18.1. That's interesting. Let's have a look at the at this. Okay. So if we look for 1.17. 1.17, Wait, am I looking at the right thing? I'm not looking at the right thing, am I? This is the Minecraft versions. Oh, but that is because of that. I see. Because Fabric didn't used to specify minor versions in the API version. So it used to be like you would have Fabric version plus 1.14, not 1.14.1, not 1.14.2, not 1.14, etc. It would just be plus 1.14. Fuck. How would I do this then? I guess I just have to hard code it? Like, I just have to say if it's... Shit. Hello, Fortnite game and more. Welcome to the stream. I mean, it's not a huge problem because it's 1.14, right? So, like, doesn't really matter, but... Okay, I'm not sure. We'll come back to that one. Fabric loader version has not worked. Why hasn't that worked? Let's have a look. If we go to creation, nope, details. If we go fabric. So let's have a look at the fabric loader version. Here we go. Fabric loader version components. Key function. Translates. Default value. Gets the latest version. But where is the values? It has the default value, but it doesn't have the items. And it does need the items. That's very important, of course. So, that's probably why. List versions 4. There you go. Should we fix some translations? Because it's gonna get on my nerves. So, let's go... resources, assets, lang, enus, and I don't suppose we have... Yeah, that's good enough. This will do. So, yarn is equal yarn, maps will be equal to Mojang, sure, I guess. Fine, I guess. Parchment will be equal to parchment. And then MCP will be equal to MCP. Okay. Let's see if that fixes our problem or not. Does Fabric API have the items? No. So actually Fabric API isn't going to work either. We need .items. And then we need to do that. Okay, let's try again. Also, what is this command you've given me? Let's see what this command does. Has it loaded or not? Yes, it has indeed loaded. So let's create a new project. Obviously going to get another error, which will be the same one we've had. Okay. Okay. I think it's working, chat. So I will say the mapping versions haven't worked. Why has it loaded the channels? That's not correct, is it? Also, why has Mojmap not been translated? Oh, because it's Mojmaps. Not correct, is it? Well, we can change this to official and say Mojmap. But why is it doing that? Should we have a look? So mapping channel, add transformer. It transforms the version box. It says channel.list versions for the Minecraft version. Set all. Okay, so what are the default values? Wait, no. The default values are completely and utterly irrelevant, aren't they? Why is it doing that? Cell factory, button cell. But it's just a string. Mapping version. Mapping channel. IDE. How has it done that? Oh, my music player is broken again. Same error as last time. But I think it has actually worked. It's still running fine. What the hell is going on here? New versions. Is channel.list versions 4. Get selected Minecraft. What does this do? Version listener.apply Minecraft version. So what is the version listener? Let's have a look. Let's go mappings and let's go channels, channel registry. So let's look for yarn. So it does yarn version service.instance. So let's have a look at what that does. So it will say the instance.list versions for the Minecraft version. If we have a look for this in the yarn version service, I mean, that's fine. I don't see why. I don't understand. Mapping version, string.class. Let me have a look at this. That's a string. Add transformer, channel to version combo box. It takes the channel. It lists the versions. Oh, it returns the channel. That's why. It needs to return the latest 4. I don't think I even need to select it. Wait, do I? I don't know, actually. What does add transformer return? Let's have a look at a usage of add transformer. And we'll just make sure we're doing this right. That just returns text. That returns text. Yeah, I think... I think what I've done here is not correct. I think where I'm selecting it, that's not what it wants. It wants me to just return it. And then presumably the result of this will be selected. I think that's what it does. So we also just need to make sure we're not doing that in the other transformers up here. So like here where I'm doing this, I just need to return yarn. Wait, is that right? I just return yarn? Latest 4. Yeah, I just return this. Okay. And then these are fine. Like setting the items, I think is fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then like this one, I just need to return latest 4. Like that, rather than setting it. And then same with this one. So I just need to return latest 4. And I think that will fix it. So let's try that. And we'll see what this does. Okay, so if we go into here, And new projects. Okay. Fabric API version. Yarn version isn't there though. Official. Yarn. What the fuck? Okay, it's delayed by one. Why is it delayed? That's got to be the transformer. Well, this was fine. New versions don't get lost. So it takes in the channel. Channel.list versions for the selected Minecraft version. Combo box get items not set all new versions. But there's nothing in here. Let's go to 1.21.1. Okay, that's just a parchment thing again. Like, they're there, they're clearly here, but they're not showing up. And I don't know why. Box was set all. I don't know. I'm be honest, guys, I don't know. Find combo box 2, the mapping version combo box. List cell. Button cell. Translate false. Is there anything else I need to add to it? Oh, a list cell won't work, will it? I do need to have, I think, special cell class. Right? If I override update item. No, like this. Update item. That text item. I don't know if I need to do this or not. We can try it though. See what happens. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Come on. Official. Okay. Yeah. Okay, better. Better. Okay, and now if I go official. So now it's working. Must be something to do when the Minecraft version changes. Oh, this is nice. This is actually kind of working. Slightly weird. There's a little bit... What is it doing? What is it doing? Why is it... Okay, I don't know. Whatever. Um. Okay, the fabric loader version I don't think has worked quite how I wanted it to. Because there's definitely more fabric loader versions than just 0.17.2. So I think probably what it's doing is defaulting to the latest. So best thing to do would be to say to do this doesn't work. With fetching. Yeah, I'll have this comment, but I'm not gonna have it there. I'm gonna have it on this one. Well, no, not this one. Oh my god, stop. This one. Nope, this one. Nope, this one. This one doesn't work. I'll come back to that. More importantly, I'm I don't understand. Like, why? Let me try something. If I do this, so it's build 1, right? And then I do, like, this. See, that's working now. Okay, what if I go home and then go back to new projects? It's not worked. Why not? Let me go back into here again and have a look at. I just need to look at the default value again. Oh, that's probably why. It doesn't have a default value. Doesn't have a default value. No wonder it's not working. It doesn't even have items, actually. So that's exactly why it's not working. Okay, I don't know what Copilot's doing, but I'm guessing it's going to work, so I'm just trusting it, to be honest. Is this correct? Multiple non-overriding abstract methods found in collection. Yeah, because this isn't correct. This just needs to be... Well... What does it need to be? It needs to get the channel, but it doesn't have the channel. So I guess I'm gonna have to do mapping channel registry.yarn.list versions for get selected Minecraft version. And I think that should work. As for why it broke when you updated it though, I don't know, because I feel like that should fix that, but I think it's fine. Because if this works, then that's chill. Yeah, that fixed it. And if I do that, yeah, that's fine. The localization needs fixing, man. Actually a problem. Okay, well that works. Now obviously Forge and New Forge are not gonna work. because I haven't done those fixes in here. Does the Minecraft version work for Forge? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it does. Nice, that's actually pretty sick. So I wasn't sure if that would work or not, but that does actually work. Forge version works as well. So we've got recommended. No, this is recommended, I think, and then this is latest. Not sure. Probably should update those to not have that be an issue. Yeah, this shouldn't be official and yarn. This should be Mojmap official and yarn. I'm not sure why that's happening. And then what about Neoforge? It doesn't like Neoforge. What's wrong with this? The Minecraft version is null? How? I don't know. We'll have to look at that next time. Because I think I'm going to end the stream here. We've actually been very productive today. We've got it running, which is pretty massive for the amount of changes I have right now. If we look at this, 71 changed files. Let's just reload and make sure that is actually all of them. Yeah, 71 changed files. So this has actually been really productive today. And yesterday as well. So we'll let Copilot generate the commit summary. Hello, Copilot? Nope. Hello? Well, I'll try and close and reopen it maybe. No, I am sorry. But yeah, it is pretty much end of the stream time now. So unfortunately, I am going to end the stream. I don't know why Copilot isn't freaking generating the commit summary. Okay, what have we done? Rewrite all project creation versioning. 13 Neoforged is making the org. Is the org making Neoforge the mod loader? Well, yeah, that's why I've called it Neoforge, not Neoforged. How on earth have I managed this one? Rewrite all project creation versioning systems. Good enough for me. Oh, what does that mean? Does anyone know what this means? Please someone let me know what this means. A lock file already exists in the repository which blocks this operation from completing. What does that mean? Is it because I haven't fetched? No. What does this mean? Commit. Google time. Just delete the index.lock, which is in the .get folder. After you delete it, try to commit again. Okay, I guess I'll do that then. Sure. We will do that. So open in Explorer. We've got railroad, .get, index.lock. Yep, I found it. Go into here. Commit. Yep, that seems to have worked, I guess. Push. Boom, dev no longer errors. That's always a good thing, isn't it? But yeah, I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. We'll be live again, once again, next weekend. So that will be the 27th. Saturday the 27th, we'll be live at 7 p.m. GMT. Or BST, maybe? I don't know. UK time. Yeah, so I will see you all next week. Goodbye.